Friends, a warm welcome you all to our classes on the part 2 of modal auxiliary verbs. So, in our last class, we have already discussed the necessity of using modals or modalities in our life. So, we have to use will, would, shall, should, may, might, can, could, ought to, use it to, need, dare, must, and we have to learn how to use them in different situations of our real life. So let's see these two sentences. Here you see, it may rain, it might rain. What is the difference? When you go to the standard English grammar books, there it has been written that no doubt both the sentences they talk about the possibility of rain, but you will see that the degree of possibility differs from may to that of might. It was told that it may rain, there is probably 50% of possibility, and approximately it is 30% of possibility in the second sentence, it might rain. Friends, it is very important to learn all these things. Similarly, while talking about the request, out of 13, half of the modal auxiliaries they express a request. Will you open the door? It's a formal request. Would you open the door? Polite request. May, might, yes, we can express request with the help of may and might. Can you open the door? It is less polite. Could you open the door? It is more polite. Stay tuned. Be with us till the end of the class. I must try my level best to fulfill your curiosities. So let's start the discussion on modal auxiliary verbs one after another. Friends, let's go back to our own school days. What happened there? Our teachers told that yes, shall and will they are used to talk about the pure future. And shall will go with the first person, I, we, and will go with the second and third person, you, she, he, they, to talk about the pure future. With the change of time, rules, regulations of grammar are being also changed. Now, in the modern age, my dear friends, will is commonly used, widely used with all persons, first person, second person, and third person to talk about the pure future. In one of my classes, friends, I have already told you that in our real life, in our day-to-day life, we face situations, not rules. So I promise in detail, I shall discuss with you different situations where the modal auxiliary verb will is used. See. In situation number 1, as I have already told you, that when there is the pure future, we use will. Second, you see, will in first person means with I and we. It expresses threat, warning, promise, and determination. For example, I will see you, warning. I will repay your amount tomorrow, promise. Then you see how will expresses complete certainty. Things will be all right. Here, will expresses complete certainty. Then it also expresses strong obligation. All staff will arrive at office by 10 a.m. Strong obligation. Then let's go to the next usage of will. It also makes formal request. Will you open the door? In my introduction, I told you. It makes formal request. Then will also used to express probability. How? My friends will be in park. Then will plus not in interrogative expressions. You will find it is expresses invitation or invitation. Won't you join in my party today? Then also it expresses command or instruction. All staff will attend the meeting positively. Then it also expresses general habit. How? When will in third person, the minister will come late. General habit, you know very well. It also used in real conditions. In if clause, you may also see my class on if clause conditional sentences. There, in type number 2, we have used how will expresses, that is real conditions. If you read well, you will score more. Will is also used to make predictions, that is what we think will happen in future. I think it will rain tomorrow. We use will to express intentions or decisions also. I think I'll have some orange juice. Friends, it was all about the use of will in different real situations of our life. So let's go to the second one, that's the would. You see would, how would is used in different real life situations. In the beginning of my class, I told you that will is formal and would is polite in case of request. So let's start with the same example. Will you open the door? It's, as I told you, formal request, but when there is the use of would you open the door? It expresses polite request. Would also expresses probability, likelihood, and presumption. For example, he would be in the garden at this time, probability. Would plus rather, it shows preference. How? I would rather play than rest now. Then I wish I would. This structure shows strong desire or willingness. How? I wish I would support you. And in unreal condition, as I told you, in conditional sentences I have already discussed, if I had wings, I would fly in the sky. It is used in unreal conditions. Then there I have already discussed unfulfilled past conditions. If you had asked me, I would have helped you. Same example I had while discussing with you unfulfilled past condition in conditional sentences. Then would is the past tense of will in indirect speech. You see the example? She said, I will go to market tomorrow. In indirect speech or indirect narration, she said that she would go to market the next day. Would expresses invitations. Would you like a cup of tea? So friends, remember, when the situation changes, the use of modal verbs changes. As I told you, will is used to have the formal request, but when there is the use of would, it's polite request. Let's go to the next, that is the use of shall in different situations of our real life. You see, as I told you, first person plus shall, it's the pure future action. That's I or we plus shall. I shall go to market tomorrow. It's about the pure future action. Then when there is the second or third person plus shall, it expresses threat, warning, promise, determination, sometimes formal obligation. How? People involved in the case shall be punished. Warning. And also in second, third person plus shall, it also expresses compulsion, binding. You see the example. She shall complete the work by tomorrow. The same second, third person plus shall not, it's prohibition, a type of warning again. You shall not meet me in my quarter. Shall plus first person, that is in interrogative form, used to know the willingness of others. For example, shall I close the door for you? We know the willingness of others. Shall plus first person, again to make offers. How? Shall I water the plants? And finally, you see, it also expresses suggestions. Again, shall plus first person. Shall we invite your friends? It expressed suggestions. Now, we are going to discuss about such a modal auxiliary verb that irritates the teenagers, that irritates the adolescents. It also happened to me. Do you know what my father tells? You should return back home before evening. After grown up, I value the advice of my father. Friends and my dear children, you should respect your parents. The use of should here expresses the sense of moral obligation. You have to respect your parents. Let's go to some more examples where should expresses different type of situations in different usage. As I told the first one, you should respect your parents. It expressed moral obligation. Then you should work hard. It expresses advice. It also suggests, for example, we should buy a good dictionary. It expressed the suggestion. Sometimes it expresses expectation. For example, my friends should be in library now. Then also it says about the duty. We should help the poor and needy people. Sometimes it says about the possibility or likelihood. I should be able to complete my homework in time. While talking about responsibility, you should take care of your luggage. Sometimes it expresses purpose, like may or might. I taught him so that he should pass. Should in perfect tense, it expresses obligation that was not fulfilled earlier. You should have informed me about it, means you didn't inform me. Should is also used with lest, run fast, lest you should miss the train. Here, lest means in case. Friends, this was all about our discussion on the first four modal auxiliary verbs will, would, shall and should. In our next class, we shall discuss about the rest of the modal auxiliary verbs. But remember one thing, what we feel, what we think, we have to express them appropriately, exactly. For that appropriateness, exactness, we have to know the rules and regulations of the use of modalities, that is the use of modal auxiliary verbs. That's all for today's class. Meeting in the next class with the rest of the modal auxiliary verbs. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, if you like Pranab's classes that you've seen just now, then please do like, comment and share and hit the subscribe button. Thank you.